Morning everybody. Friday morning. We've just driven down to Chew Magna Lake, I think it's called.
I think it's just Chew Lake, but...
Chew Lake.
That's noisy.
Got public toilets down here, so we've done what we need. Got a cafe and a walk-in. But the day did start off too well when I got my lanyard wrapped around the steering wheel, and as I was turning a blind left-hand corner, it yanked the bottom of the key out. The battery spilled out, all the electronic gubbins spilled onto the floor, and the engine stopped dead. And it was fairly busy, and as I say, it was on a blind corner. And in the end, we just had to put the hazards on. Helen stood behind, getting people round. And I eventually got the key put back together and doubled up for safety, but I won't be doing that again.
Look at that beautiful view. That...
Wiltshire.
It's Wiltshire. Yeah, it is. Absolutely gorgeous. What a lovely view while you're just stuck at traffic lights. Wouldn't really mind it so much, would you?
Get out to how it was originally and bank it up as it would have been, with some of the stones shown here and concrete markers for the stones that are missing. But they actually believe that there'd have been 2 more stone circles inside, but a lot of the stones were destroyed in the 1300s, possibly for religious beliefs, and then later on again to make some of the houses and the barns that you see around here. People was just chipping away and taking them away. But we'll go and have a look at what's here. Right, I'm going to maybe have to edit her first comment out, but would you like to describe that in a different way?
I was trying to say these stones are enormous, and how on earth, even with lots of people, would you get that up out of the ground and stood on its end?
Yeah, and there's 2 of them, and they're 1 metre wide by 3 metres tall by 3 metres long.
They're enormous.
There's some peaceful shit, right? Buff's been very well behaved. All these sheep here everywhere.
Very good girl.
Very good girl. She knows that if she looks at them, she bursts into flame. But thatched barn there, and Helen realising that she was never ever going to make a mountaineer. She can't even get down a medieval ditch and bank.
I've got a pair of sandals on.
Sandals? What do you think they were digging this out with?
Bare feet, probably.
A bone antler and a pair of sandals just like that, without even a plaster on. So this bit that we've come to is Kennet Avenue. It snakes in meanders around the landscape. They believe it was maybe like a river that led people away from the very formal circles. It's a little bit like Karnak, I would have imagined, but they went in very, very straight lines, where this definitely snakes like a serpent. There we have Silbury Hill, which, if my memory serves me, is the largest man-made mound in Europe. It's very ancient. No burial chamber was found. Nobody really understands why it's there. Right. We've decided to have a little sit and just take in the landscape. Silbury Hill is the largest man-made mound in Europe. It's 30 metres high and 160 metres wide. Its construction is estimated to have taken 4 million man-hours. Now, given how short people's lives were at 2500 BC,
And there weren't very many of them about.
population wouldn't have been great. To suddenly give up 4 million man-hours of work to build that, and it's not a burial chamber, where there's no idea what it's for, because there are burial chambers just on the hill up here. You can just make it the top of one up here. You've got West Kennet Long Barrows, and I think there's another one somewhere else. We'll have a walk up to there if we've got time. But just the amazing effort that these people put into these sites. Stonehenge, Silbury Hill, Avebury, every stone circle that we've seen across Europe. Why would they put that amount of time and effort into something? It must have had massive significance to them, and we don't know. But enough for now. Just arrived at West Kennet Long Barrows. I was last here 30 years ago. That's right, hot on it. Came out for one random day trip with my mum in the car. One of those, oh, we'll just head south and then we'll head here and then we'll head there. And I remember coming here, strangely, of all places. It was a bizarre day trip from Birmingham, but hey ho. Back then I can remember coming, it was slightly gloomy and you could actually get right inside, which I'm hoping we can do now. Just put a bit of light on, just hoping it's going to pick it up. A massive chamber at this end. But they said that 46 people or remains were buried here, spreading over 1,000 years. But there's various side chambers. Sorry, what's this? Ooh. Little one there. It's going to probably be a little tricky as the light transitions, but yeah, that's 4 side chambers and 1 main chamber at the end where Helen is at the moment. But they reckon this is 5,500 years. This is 1,000 years before they started building Silbury Hill. Lovely day around Avebury and the surrounding monuments. We're now just attempting to find a stop for the night. The 3 pub stops that were marked closest by all didn't have pre-booking. It was a case of rock up, turn up and try out. So we are at the first one. We are at the New Inn. We are just going to see if they're available or if we can get parked up or if they're even open, because it don't look very open. What do you reckon, Buff? Yeah, Buff's just going to go sleep. We had no signal at all on our mobile phones, so for possibly the first time, maybe the second time ever, I've had to put my emergency 3G aerial up. It's a bit of drain pipe that comes apart into 3 sections and fits in the garage. Puts it up to about 4 metres, and we've gone from having nothing on either Free or Vodafone to now having good signal that both our phones are connected to via the Wi-Fi router. Amazing. And all for about 20 quid. Our stop for the night is the New Inn. It seems fairly new. It looks like they're just getting set up, but they're going to have live music tonight, and that's going to start at 8 o'clock. But we just sort of rocked up. It was the first of 3, and they said, yeah, that's fine. Beer that we've had was a nice cask ale so far, proper traditional dark nutty brown cask ale bitter, uncarbonated, very nice. I liked it, Helen sort of didn't. We've got a big car park and a nice field for motorhome stopovers at the bottom. I reckon they'd probably get maybe 5 in, but plenty of space for more to come. Grass is a little bit bumpy, but it's not boggy. Well, rather than another night of pub grub, we'll just spend the money in beer. Helen is doing
fajitas.
Fajitas,
my dear.
oh look, that's corn, onion,
Mushroom, peppers, tomatoes, and a bit of cheese.
double skillet in use.
Yeah.
fried the wraps in one, done the sauce in the other.
You're not going to do any footage of me trying to eat one though, are you?
No, because that's a bit like everything else. Nobody eats well, but look at it all.
Just dead easy. You know, but it's nice to have a bit of veg.
Yeah, and it's just something a bit different, you know. Everybody thinks that, oh, you live in a van, all you're going to do is eat fry up, which...
He would, actually.
For breakfast is alright, I suppose, but...
If I served him fry up for breakfast, lunch and tea, he would think that he was a lucky man.
I am a lucky man. Anyway.
We're both lucky people.
And she's a lucky dog, because she's looking for it all. To drop on the floor or stick in my beard that I don't have anymore. But anyway, that's just going to be signing off because she's about to shove it in her gob. Who her missus.
What?